talking. So this is Chris from Diary of a Linking Geek. Really excited to be chatting with you guys this evening about this incredible opportunity to unbox this game. We're also going to be doing a review. So if you are, on the fence about getting the second edition reprint of Firefight by Mantic Games, then hopefully this might sway you. It's the first time I'm seeing it. I'm not a follower of Mantic Games normally, but they reached out to me via TikTok, which is great because it's a new platform we're exploring. So yeah, really, really great to be chatting to you all. I can see comments on the stream if you are watching on the desktop PC via the website. So if you want to chat to me while you are going on, while we're still going, then that's great. Couple of little housekeeping rules. I will try to respond to everyone if I can. I do apologize if I don't. I'll try and say hi to you if I can as well. If you're watching on Instagram, you'll note that the live is linked into our Dementia UK fundraising efforts that we're doing for May the 4th. Be with you. We are doing a 24-hour live stream broadcast for Dementia UK, raising money for them. We're going to be playing as many Star Wars board games as possible within that 24-hour period. So, and it's going to be in person, live streaming across all the platforms. So we're really excited to be doing that. So in the meantime, shall we crack on with this unboxing? Again, wave and say hi. I'll try and respond as we go. So, I've not even opened the cardboard box. This is as it's come from Mantic. Of course, I've scrubbed out my addresses there, guys. So, hi, Martin. Hi, Will. Yes, you. Yeah. I know you want to see my face, but of course, I want you guys to see what I'm unboxing. So, of course, I'm using a very careful Stanley knife. I wouldn't normally recommend if you're a child playing with one of these, but it's the only thing I got to hand. Not a proper. I should be using a pair of safety scissors. But yes, so if you're watching on Instagram, please obviously bear in mind that we are, of course, trying to raise as much money for Dementia UK as possible. So if you are able to donate, you can go onto the website and you can go donate there. That's great as well. But we'll be doing lots of efforts on the May the 4th event. Yeah, right. So this is as it's come. So literally, I have not opened this box. So there it is. Okay, it's upside down at the moment for everyone on the PC. Oh, crikey. Flipping out. It is weighty. I will tell you that off the back. That is weighty. Wow. So I'm going to do a quick show to everyone online. So there you go. There's Firefight as the box in the cellophane still. That's a decent size and a fair weight to it as well. It really is. And then I'm just going to do a quick shout out for everyone on Instagram so they can see as well. But yeah, wow. So provisional artwork, I will say, I've seen some of Mantic stuff before, but the artwork and the models are pretty consistently very nice. Now I'm aware that the ring light on the camera is proving as a bit of a reflection, so let's take that off so everyone can see that a bit clearer. But there's some really nice bits in here. So let's just give it a breakdown of what's actually you get in this 2-player starter set. Okay. So what you get in here is actually quite a lot. You obviously get your main rule book. You obviously get your force list book. You're also getting started guides, your counters and markers, command dice. You obviously your 8-sided dice because it's a D8-based system, and over 70 miniatures. And it is true, it is over 70 miniatures. Because I've looked at the breakdown, and it's really, really, really cool. So I am just making sure I'm getting all my facts right. So if you are interested in this, okay, it's available for pre-order still. Well, it's about on back order, but you can still get it on back order from Mantic if you want. It's £90 for this set, okay, but there's lots of miniatures and lots of stuff in here. So let's give it a good breakdown. So hi there, Will. Nice to see you. Remember, everyone, you can also put your comments and your questions on screen, and I will answer them as best I can. And Martin, yes, I know you are a child. but yes, safety first. So always be careful when playing around with knives. So yes, this set, like I say, 70 miniatures, and there's a lot of stuff in it. Some of the miniatures that you get in this, okay, are 40 Marauder Commando Brawlers, some Marauder Ripper suits, plastic enforcers, plastic enforcer peacekeepers. There's loads, but let's get into this box. So I'm not going to embarrass myself with trying to get. Oh no, I tell a lie. I'm not going to embarrass myself. I'm getting straight into this plastic without an issue. I'm not going to look like a namby little boy trying to get into a box. Wow. Okay. So this is obviously the first time I've actually had a product from Mantic, but this looks interesting. So I think you got metal. Oh, that's nice. Nice little touch. Mantic points. So I'm guessing that's some form of redemption system. So we'll check that out. They obviously have some kind of redemption system, which is never a bad thing. Although, like I say, the artwork on the box is really nice. I really like the box, but we're not fussed about that anymore. Let's focus on what's in this cardboard box. So, oh my god, I can't believe it. Flipping it. Right, okay, off the bat, I've messed that up. Something chronic. Okay. There we go. There we go. Wow. Right. Okay. So these obviously look like bases of some sort. I'm not quite sure what they are yet, but we'll go there. Okay. So some miniatures off the bat. Okay. Oh wow. Well, you can see some of these. But we'll have a proper breakdown and look at those properly in a moment. I'll get them out of the bag properly in a minute as well. Here you go, Instagram. So this is the first lot in the box. Okay, so I am familiar with miniatures. I have experience and knowledge of tabletop war games, and I'm sure some of my friends who are probably watching will commit and will know that as I have been in the tabletop industry for quite some time, and the board game industry for quite some time. In fact, actually, I counted up the years of experience that we have with. We'll look at some of these sprues in depth in a moment. I'm just going to get these out. Over 150 years between the Diary of a Lincoln Geek team, which is quite obscene when you think about it. We've all been doing board games or tabletop war games for quite some time. So, crikey, there's a lot of miniatures in here. Oh, these look like the jet bikes. It's interesting how some of these parts are loose and not on sprues, which is unusual because I'm so used to other tabletop war game companies and everything being on sprues. I mean, there's a good chunk of it on sprues here. I'm not saying a lie. Oh my god, there's a lot of miniatures. Wow, you really get your money's worth. I mean, of course, I haven't paid for this. Mantic have sent this across. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with this yet. I may keep this, I might get to keep this, or we may offer this as a prize in our May the 4th event that's coming up very soon. So, of course, please do remember, guys, that we are going to be doing that May the 4th stream. Wow, okay. So we're going to proper look at these sprues properly in a minute. I want to get to... Wow, God, that's really give you a really good idea of just how many models you're getting in this set. It's crazy. I mean, I'm used to Games Workshop and other wargaming companies and the amount of quality miniatures you get in their sets. But crikey, there's a lot of stuff in here. Right, okay, so of course you get all your D8s. And these are, if I remember correctly, because I have scanned the rules, I am roughly ultimately aware, these are the command dice. Okay, so unlike other games, command dice give you your command abilities from units. So these are obviously the bases for the larger models. I'm not used to them being given wooden bases for larger models. That's the first for me. I'm used to plastic ones. Again, and there's some of your plastic ones for the rest of them. So plenty of bases, no shortage of those in there. Which is never a bad thing. We'll move them out of the way, but there are bases in here. And wow, here are all the tokens. Oh, wow, that new board game smell. Look, check out these tokens. There's some good quality tokens in here. And nice and shiny, nice, good finish on them, which is never a bad thing. Oh my God, really, Martin? You know, so this is an interesting one. So I don't have the patience to put it all together. I don't even like punching tokens. Oh my God, I've got people who will bite my hand off to punch these out, and also to assemble and put all these together. Seriously, I have got friends that, yeah, yeah, it does look good. And we're going to be doing a thorough review of this. But we've got followers of the channel that are well into Warhammer 40k and other games. I mean, this is a rule book, crikey. Now that is a rule. That's just the force lists. Wow. Lots of information, lots of stats. But if you're not familiar with war games, wow, look at some of these miniatures. Look at the show. Some of the paint jobs on these are phenomenal. And when I've seen, you know, some of the paintwork, you know, and the models that get done, the skill of people out there on the internet are incredible. I mean, my friend, I think, who may still be watching, Will Platten, is a very talented painter himself. He's been in the hobby longer than I have. And let's face it, Will has done some amazing paint projects in the past. Still a massive fan of his Imperial Fist army. Very nice. Yeah, he's got lots of armies, to name a few. So I'll have a proper breakdown of those as well. So there are obviously your rule books and your lists. And of course, here's the getting started. So it's actually getting started rules are very, really kind of good. Yeah. So I'll send him a copy of Titan. I can't bring to set it up myself. It's not one I've tried, but yes, send it over, Martin. I'm sure we'll happily take a look at it. But yeah, you get a lot for your money here. Like I say, for £90, you know, it's very good. This is all your force charts in here for starting out. As well as your scenarios, getting started, and quick reference, which is always good. Quick reference and quick breakdown is fantastic. It is very similar to skirmish-based games, but what would you expect? I wouldn't expect anything less. But yes, yeah, okay. You're making me blush. I have some Horus Heresy stuff to paint up at Feral Fist. Just finishing off some Tyranids currently. Still working on those Nids then, Will. Nice, yeah. But we'll have to get you on and showcase some of the things that you've done. Because let's face it, you've been in, well, I remember you being in the store when I worked there. So having all the minis in this box. Well, Will, we're going to have a closer look at the minis now, and the sprues. So if you are still watching on Instagram, I will try and show you some of the sprues, but of course, it's not as great as watching it live on the computer, so jump over. So here we go. So these look like some of the Marauder components. So let's just turn on that ring light so we can see it that bit better. There we go. So these are the sprues on the Marauders. They look really good. More pre-orders tomorrow. Yeah, well, no, go check it out. It's all available on the Mantic website, of course. I'll put the information on screen now, so you can go and check that out. Of course, the web address when I get it to work for the 2-player set. Is going to be on the screen as well, so you can go check that out. There you go. So go check it out. It's all there. But no, there's some of these components look really nice. I mean, the quality is good as other named brands out there. I'm sure you will all agree with me here that they are really, really nice. And like I said, these are the Marauder Arms. Let's look at some of the torsos now on the Marauders. Ring light coming in, just making sure that's all in focus for you. Look at that. Look at these sprues. There's some really nice detailing, some really nice sculpts. I can get these put together quite quick, but I'm going to have to get some supplies. I'm going to have to get some supplies very quickly to do these guys. But look at these sprues. Some of the Marauders bodies are fantastic. The detail's great. I'm loving the really bulbous arms. Some great inspiration here from fantasy and sci-fi. Really is some great inspiration. Just going back over to the comments. Bear with me, guys. Loving the claws. Yeah, the claws are great. They look fantastic. Can never go. I'll tell you what. This is weighty plastic. This is not light in any way, shape, or form. They are sturdy. Now, with all miniatures, I will mention this for anyone who's not familiar with these kind of models and miniatures and putting them together and painting. You can basically get them all put together easily, but always wash them. Always wash them, whether they're plastic or resin, just in case the injection mold fluid's still on them, and prime them. Just to be better safe than sorry. I would always do it, just to be on the safe side. Got people trying to message me. Here's some more. These are some of the, I think they call them enforcers. So this is some of the enforcer sprues. Yeah, so you make a very nice point. So Will has pointed out that there's only a couple of clip points, so there's less to tidy up as well, which is very good, because of course, you know, the last thing you want to be doing is taking off unnecessary flash, and I mean unnecessary flash. There you go. Well, look at some of these. The weapons are really good. And I'll tell you what, some of the detailing will work really well with some of the washes that you can get for models these days to go into the recesses. They'll paint up really nicely and easily. I can imagine these would speed paint really nicely. I'm not going to put one together right now, Martin. Thank you very much for putting me on the spot, mate. But unfortunately, I don't have all the parts with me right now. I think I've got super glue, but you should really use plastic glue on these. Yeah, it's nice to have good weight to a model, Will. Yes, it is. I totally agree. What sort of glue would I use? Well, yes, of course. Because these are plastic, I would say use plastic glue. And of course, with resin, make sure you're using super glue. So let's take these out so you can see the sprues. My cat is pacing, wanting something from me, and I'm sorry, Tabitha, I'm live streaming. So here's some of the torsos for the enforcers. Nice. I think that's in focus. I think you can see that now. Yeah. Yeah. No, really nice. So Will's asking a very good question. So what sort of joint points do they have? Are they ball or flat and socket? So they look like they are flat. Yeah, they're all flat. So oh no, they've got a slight ball socket to them on some of the enforcers' arms. So it's probably it is a mix. No, they're ball and socket rather than flat, which actually makes better for adhesion, I think. Because I'll tell you what, I will say, I found on older models and older kits where they are flat, they can be a bit of a nightmare to glue together, and you end up having to file or give it some kind of texture, particularly when it's a resin or a metal model, to really get those to stick together. So that's that. Let's go to the next pack. So they're more of the same, so I'm not going to unbag those, just in case. And everything's just falling in the box. So, and yes, Will, you make a very valid point. They add for posability, and it's not a made-up word. Posability. Oh wow! Here's some more different poses and different bodies of the Marauders here, guys. Some really nice sculpts. Here we go. Let's turn that around so you guys can see it. I keep forgetting about everyone on Instagram, but I would say everyone's jumping over now. I mean, check out these. I am absolutely loving the detail on these Marauders. God damn it. What have you done to me, Mantic? I'm actually really tempted. So, a bit more about Firefight. So, it is a skirmish-based game, and you have a command system. Now, this is some of the rules I've gleaned very, very quickly from doing my research prior to getting this, because this literally just arrived yesterday, and they contacted me the day before saying, we'd love you to do an unboxing and a review. How quickly do you think you could do it? And I was like, unboxing, quick, review, not so quick. Because, of course, with any kind of review, a board game, which was what we would normally do, again, so these are some more of the enforcer bodies and arms. So that's a similar, it's the same unit, same sprues, so you don't see those. Again, same with the Marauders, so you're getting lots of those. You're getting 40 plastic Commando Brawlers in the Marauders in this kit. You're getting 4 PVC Marauder Ripper suits, which I think what's in those. So we don't, here we go. So these are the Peacekeepers, I believe. Plastic Enforcer Peacekeepers, because the Peacekeepers have the shields. But yes, so the main difference is, of course, with this is you have a command system. And you basically can give command. You get command points based on the dice you roll, based on your units, and different units have different amounts of command dice. And whatever you generate each round can add and give you different options. Now, I'm well out of 40k in fantasy these days. I'm not up on the latest rule set, but when I last played 40k, they didn't have that kind of system in place. Now, I can imagine Will will correct me because he's still very current. Hello, Zombev. Nice to have you on stream. We're just doing a live unboxing of Firefight. It's nice to have you. Hi there, Virtually Golf Lincoln. That'll be my brother-in-law. Hi there. I'll give you a wave. I am unboxing Firefight by Mantic Games, and we're looking at some of the models. So if you are watching on Instagram and you want to see what everyone else is seeing, then jump on the desktop. Go on the laptop, Steve. So, yes, these are the Enforcer models. Oh, wow, look at those beefy suits. Nice. I like those a lot. Yeah, with the socket joints, a lot more posability, like Will says. I totally agree. And dynamic poses. We like dynamic poses. Dynamic poses. And these are the Enforcer shields. So the command points allow you to give different options and different abilities during the game. So one of the options, which you can only do once per round, is actually do an extra shooting phase at another unit. I don't know all of them, but I do know that Enforcers, which is these guys, the Enforcers, have the ability of unlimited commands. They're not restricted by the 12-inch rule. So normally you have to be within, a unit has to be within 12 inches of your leader in order to give out commands. Enforcers don't have that 12-inch rule. Doesn't matter. So yeah. Right, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky because this is these are the bikes. These are the plastic Enforcer jet bikes. Just looking at some of these parts, they look really good. I'll bring some pictures up on the website in a minute so you can actually see them all properly. But the components. So this is where I'm a bit. This is unusual for me, seeing parts provided off a sprue. It is a first. I've never had that before. Do a dynamic pose. Well, I was for Instagram. I'm doing a dynamic pose for Instagram right now, Martin. But yeah, so yeah, this is a lot of loose parts that I'm really kind of reluctant to lose because it'll be a typical thing of me. So here's the pilot, the Enforcer pilot. Let that in focus, Chris. Come on. Yeah, the sculpts are really nice, and I can see wash is working really well on these. I was trying to persuade Will to put these together and paint them, but you know, you just kind of like, you know, blanked me. He's got enough projects on, I'm sure. And then these are the what looks like the Marauder Ripper suits, and I'm going to open these up because these are massive. So these are, I know why these are loose, because these feel like resin, and the weight on this, look at that, isn't that nice? I like those. I like those a lot. I should see your pile of shame. Oh dear, well, you should see my board game shelf of shame. And the only reason I have that is because I'm doing reviews, a lot of reviews these days, and I actually get very little time to play the games I actually order and buy. But I've got some amazing stuff coming up soon, guys. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of this, a lot more live streams where I can, where family commitments allow, because some of you may not be aware, some of you might be. But my little girl is 14 months, well, coming up to 14 months old, and she's becoming a little handful, bless her. She runs around. She's a little firecracker. She's fast as lightning, and we have to really keep a close eye on her. But fortunately, she's fast asleep, being a good girl. Not heard a peep out of her, so I can do these. There you go. This is some of the what I really like that Gatling cannon. Looks like straight something out of Terminator that he was carrying in T2. Yeah, I know we all have shelf of shames of some sort. Well, right. So this is a very good question. Do you get more detail with resin? Yes, you do. Well, I bet you get a better quality finish. A bit harder wearing. I think you can print to a higher resolution. But I will say, with today's modern injection molding, that I will say has been kind of revolutionized by said company that I mentioned earlier. A lot of people are able to produce some amazing plastic models these days. So it doesn't have to be resin, no, but I really need a resealable bag. I'm going to lose that. I'm going to lose those parts. I'm going to put those to one side. And then there's the last bag of plastic sprues. I mean, look, here you go. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison here now, okay? So, okay, so here's a suit of one of the boys, sorry, one of the brawlers. I'm getting my forces mixed up here. Don't tell them. Okay, and here is one of the plastic ones. So when you hold that up, the detail in compared to the plastic injection molded is few in between, but this definitely I could be wrong. It's a similar weight. I might be wrong. They might just be resin. It's so tough. Well, either way, they're really, really good. I would say they're probably plastic, but it's just a really weighty, which is why I keep thinking it's resin. I mean, some of you are probably already aware that I have a 3D printer, and I am wanting to invest in a resin 3D printer because some of the stuff I've produced recently, while it's good, is not quite the good of quality that I'd like. So I'm hoping to, improve that. But no, we've had some amazing questions from you all. So yeah, these are just standard D8 dice. The command dice that I mentioned earlier, different units command different types of dice. So your standard dice are your black dice, and then your different commanders will give you different ones. And of course, your leaders will have more crosses or more swords to give you more abilities, so more command points in order to use. So I've not seen all the command abilities for the two forces that you get in the starters, two-player starter set. So, Bev, you're asking a very interesting question. What would you go for? Um, what I would personally choose from a 3D printer is that. Are you asking about 3D printing, or are you talking about the plastics to resin? Um, Resin, of course, costs more. Um, Maybe a little bit harder wearing, but of course, there's a bit more work's got to go into it because you've got to cure it, you've got to use different fluids, so they could cost more. Um, but so from a 3D printer perspective, and my cat's found the dice that I lost, and she's playing with it. Good, well done, at least for finding it. So the 3D printer, yes. So I would say 3D printer wise, I'm going to be going for a resin. I do have a PLA printer at this moment in time. Well, it's a multiple filament printer, but it's just not resin. And you can get resin printers now for like £200. So, but it's not what I'm here talking about. I'm here talking about Firefight. So yeah, really impressed with the quality of and the quantity of the miniatures in the set. It's just crazy. So let's give you a full breakdown of what actually it is you get in this. So we've unboxed it, but what do you actually get in this set? So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. So hopefully in a moment you'll see the website, Mantic website. Okay, so in the set, the 2-player sets, it's obviously £90. It's on very low back order. But Wars of the Future, here we go. So you're getting exactly 40 plastic Marauder Commander Brawlers, 4 PVC Marauder Ripper suits, which we saw. You're getting 20 plastic Enforcers, 5 plastic Enforcer Peacekeepers, which we saw again. They're the guys with the shields. 2 plastic Enforcer jet bikes. Yes, they look nice. The bikes are very nice, nice and sleek. I'll show you some pictures of those in a minute. Obviously, your rule book, your force list book, your card counter sheets, your getting started guide, 16 D8 dice, your command dice, your MDF bases, and your 25mm maces. Of course, like it says, and like I mentioned earlier, it even reminds you on the website, it all requires super glue. So they actually recommend super glue on their website. So that's good. I've got some of that. Obviously, stay safe. Have a parent help you if you're a child doing this. We recommend washing resin models in warm soapy water before washing and painting. Yes, because if you'll just peel off. The bikes look very sleek. So let's have a quick look at those so we can see. So these are the Enforcers we were talking about, Marauders. These are some of the other forces that you can get in here. So you have GCPS, Human Expanse, Powerful Corporations, Forge Fathers, look a bit like Space Dwarves. Look like, oh yeah, that looks like flipping Gimli in space. The Veermen, oh, they look cool. Oh, they look like rats in space. Awesome. The Plague, nice. They look interesting. Asterians, cool. And there's lots of videos on here on how to play as well, so you can check those out, guys. I'd highly recommend doing that. Now, let's just very quickly look at the new releases that they're going to be having on here alongside these. So not only have you got the 2-player set, you've also got all these different battle sets that are available. You can get the Enforcer Strike Squad, but the 2-player set is a great start and you get lots of stuff. But the Enforcer Strike set, the models are stunning. I mean, look, have a look at some of these. Here you go. So here are some of the up close. So let's go into the gallery here so you can see these. Yeah. So this is what they can look like painted. So of course, depending on your painting skill, again, I'm going to make Will blush. He could probably paint to this standard. Yeah, I reckon you can. So we've got 5 Enforcers in here. We've got 4 bikes, and then of course you've got 2 units of guys in this. You don't obviously get this big ship here, but yeah, they look great. And these are some really nice. Give me a vibe of if Ed 209 was a man. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, you'd give it a go. You definitely would. Well, I think you definitely do a good job, mate. So now my regular painter, I'm not allowed to mention him anymore because he's no longer taking commissions, because the last time I mentioned something, he got overwhelmed. So if you're a budding painter out there and you'd like to paint some models for demo purposes, then please hit me up and drop me a message, because we want to get this review done soon. I'm going to be doing the review with unpainted minis. But I'm allowed to use their photos. So yeah, you know, they're very good. There's some really nice models that they look amazing, and I think, you know, and basically great. The trick is to be neat and take your time. Yes, it is, Will. It certainly is. I'm going to switch out the camera, I think, so people can see me. Hi there. So yeah, let's take the ring light off so it doesn't bounce off my bald head. So that's been great. It's been really nice chatting to you all. I hope you enjoyed this live unboxing. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some more of these going forward. It really is great that you guys are all able to be on stream and ask me lots of questions and say hi. But of course, do remember, go check it out on the Mantic Games website. Of course, all the information's on screen. And go check out this 2-player set, because it's very good. Let's get the comment off screen now. Come on. Anyway, so yeah, go check it out. It's definitely worth a check. And of course, if you have enjoyed the content and you are not already subscribed, then please do subscribe and follow and share. Please share the video. Hit the like. I'd like to see more. So I'd love to see them in person. Yeah, well, I believe Mantic Games will be at UK Games Expo. I'd like to think they would be. I believe they're sponsoring UK Games Expo. I could be wrong. This is where I should quickly Google. But no, it's definitely. I'm certain they're going to Expo. And if you haven't got your tickets for Expo, have I missed it? Yes, you have. You've missed it, Price Crew. You've missed. We've been started for the last half an hour, mate. I'm really sorry. But you can rewatch it. It's available on the site, and do go and check it out. You can watch this again. It's on the YouTube channel. So if you have missed it, you'll be able to watch and read this back. No, you're welcome. I'm always happy to do them. Like I say, I'd like to do more. I want to do more, because it's a labour of love. I love doing this stuff. So let's keep spreading the love. Hi, Craig. Yes, Craig, you're already a subscriber. Yes, I know you are. Yes, but yes, you missed it, my friend. We started at 8:30, matey. I'll give you a very quick preview. So this is what we opened. We opened the Firefight box from Mantic Games, and of course we've gone through lots and lots of miniatures, lots of minis on Sprues. Looked at Sprues in detail. It's fine. So Price Crew, yes, like you mentioned, is Craig from Abandoned Lighthouse. Craig is going to be attending UK Games Expo for the first time. He's very excited. He's going to be there demoing his very cool card game and board game, hopefully. Yeah, so that he's been developing during lockdown. So if you're at UK Games Expo, come and say hi to us, and go say hi to them as well, because I'm sure he'll be well chuffed to demo his game. He's excited to go to Expo, as am I. Might just give you a bit of an update with what's going on with Expo, if you want, while we're very quickly. We've got a bit of time. So, of course, if you aren't already familiar, Diary of a Linking Geek's main homepage, you can go to it by going to and visiting doalg.co.uk. And of course, you can subscribe and get alerts and announcements, because we have already announced our first board game. We are designing our own board game. Yes, we are. and you can subscribe and get on the mailing list to get updates with that. And if you do it on our website, you can get a chance to win a signed copy of that game when it comes out. So if you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe. But yes, what's going on with Expo? So we've got a provisional plan going on. We are going to be attending. We will be having the entire stream schedule going to be on the website alongside our normal stream schedule for Let's Talk Board Games. So you'll be able to go on here and see the entire guest lineup, just like you can here, and all the designated time slots that we're going to be chatting and interviewing some of the book from the games companies. Who are we going to be chatting to? Well, I'm going to give you a very sneak preview while you guys are on stream. We are going to be chatting with quite a few guys and companies. No, we don't want to be seeing that one because that's not the right thing. When I can find the file. Let's just go to and bring my list up on screen of what's going on. So we are going to be chatting with quite a few companies. We're going to be chatting with Stone Sword Games. We're going to be chatting with Paperboat Games, Descent Games. We're going to be chatting to Stop, Drop and Roll. We're going to be chatting with Tinkerbot Games. We're going to be chatting with Cake of Doom. Yes, Cake of Doom, you've heard it here. Our friends at Brambledown Designs, we're going to be sharing a cup of tea and having a chat with them. Cosmos UK, Card Noir, Attican Games, Blue Donut Games, Minerva Tipplecut Games, Dranda Games, and of course Craig from Lighthouse. We're going to be chatting to him as well. Lots. I think I've done a count. I think we're on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 live streams. Hope to break our 20 live stream record that we did last year, and come to you with lots of stuff. Last but not least, before I let everyone go and say good evening to you all and go have a nice time, I did want to very quickly apologize for yesterday. We were supposed to be doing a live stream with Jonathan Gilmore chatting about Dinosaur Island and Dead of Winter, the designer, but unfortunately he had a family emergency, and as did myself, so we just didn't do the show. We didn't forget about it, but we just chose not to do the show. But it's going to be rescheduled. Jonathan's confirmed that we're going to be chatting with him later on, but we're just going to confirm the date, and we're going to do it later on in the month before we chat with Stone Sword Games about their Senjutsu update. Okay, so obviously later on you can see our lineup schedule. We're also going to be chatting to Card Noir about Crown of Ash in August as well. Of course, you can always catch up all our previous live streams via the website or via the YouTube channel, so please do go check that out as well. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you in this evening. Please do enjoy. Yeah, okay, so sorry I've been missing the queue. So yeah, Cake of Doom had a chance to play this. Yes, okay, that's always good. Martin says you got to play Card Noir yesterday. Excellent. And life can sometimes get in the way. Yes, it's very true, Will, but we all try our best. But I appreciate that, and we still like to acknowledge that we've not done something. We're not just going to completely forget about you. So yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to leave you all in peace. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you can stop looking at the top of my head. I'm not at all developing something new behind me there. That's hush hush, top secret. You can't see much of that. But yeah, brilliant. Everyone, thank you so much. Again, until next time, everyone take care, stay safe, and keep gaming.